My name is Cecil. I am the Director of Choirs here at Mineral Area College. I've been here for 5 years. And I see the vision for Mineral Area College is to help prepare our community for careers and also help try to expand the knowledge and hopefully enrich their lives in that regard. But to be very candid, I think the most beneficial thing about a community college, and Mineral Area College specifically, is the economics of it. Just financially, 2018, it's so really difficult for the average person with the average income to go to a four-year institution without having to take out a loan, without having to try to work while learning, or even having to try to find all types of dramatic financial aid. So community colleges in general service a need for those of us who are just trying to get educated and make a better life for themselves, but also the while are living in the lives that they're currently in. So finances aren't what they may need, finances aren't what they so deserve, but now community colleges, and Mineral Area College specifically, allows them the opportunity to get the education and get the education at an affordable price and still quality education. In the Arts and Science Department, Dr. Stewart has been really supportive of our department. And I say that specifically that every performance that I've been that we've held, we've put on, I've always seen her in the audience, and not really trying to draw attention to herself, but just there in great support. When I do notice her, I make certain to acknowledge her, and I always receive some sort of positive note about how she enjoyed the experience, she enjoyed the performance. And I appreciate that from our administration, that they are not just a support in words, but actually in action. So I think that's really cool about it. Faculty at Mineral Area College are pretty awesome. In our little hole, or in our ivory tower, if you will, in the Fine Arts building, we don't really interact on a regular basis with the rest of the Arts and Sciences department, or any of the Arts and Science tier, or even the full-on faculty in general. So, but when I have interacted with them at organizational meetings and things like that, they've always been really great conversations, really personable, pleasant, smiling, friendly, and educated. Just the conversations, again, I haven't had opportunities to really delve deep into conversations with faculty outside the music department, but when I do, they're always enlightening. I feel like I've grown from that conversation, and it's been really healthy. I tell my students often how much I love my job, and I mean it. I don't think I'm a company man by the sense of just always trying to sell the banner, but very specifically, I think Mineral Area College has been really great for me. I left K through 12 teaching. I already had my master's, so I was qualified to come to MAC, but I left K through 12 teaching, and one of the reasons why I left it was I didn't feel that I had the support of my building's administration, nor did I feel that the resources were as I needed. But here at MAC, even though we are not immune to the financial challenges of the state, I have never really felt that I couldn't get what was necessary to help my students grow and to teach them effectively. And so that great support, I mean, one tangible example is the new piano that we have in the choir room. Another tangible example is the repairs we made to the piano in the band's room. Those two things right there were significant in finances, and I'm blessed to be at the college that recognized that was a need and sound investment to not just service the needs now, but also actually help in recruitment and retention in the future. So I'm blessed to be at Mineral Area College. I have a great support system. Everyone's always willing to try to make things work best they can, and that, I don't think that's how it is everywhere. So MAC has been really great in that way. Students make fun of me because they say that I do have favorites, but I don't shy away from it. I say out loud that yeah, this student is one of my favorites, but here's why. It's because he or she works hard, he or she meets the expectations and goes beyond. He or she has a thirst for knowledge and has a desire to get better regularly, and that is why he or she is one of my favorite students. So I try to uphold those folks as examples and then try to encourage other students not to be like them, but to model those similar behaviors. And so I have a lot of students who I think have made me better. Even the students who didn't have the most positive attitudes about my classes have forced me to look inward about how can I make their experiences more enjoyable. I am aware that if I don't have students in my class, I don't have a job. And that's, I think, sometimes the hubris of us as faculty thinking that the students should just be fortunate that we're teaching them, I think is wrong. I think we need to sometimes look inward instead of the students looking disengaged and we're saying, well, they just don't care about the material. I think we need to find ways sometimes, most of the time, all the time really, of how can we make the material interesting enough that they want to learn more about it. So even those students who have challenged me, even openly, directly, or just passive aggressively, have helped me, I think, be a better teacher here at Mac. But yeah, there's specific students. I think it's dangerous to call out any one in particular because my students in the music department feel, and it's a great thing, but it also can be kind of hard. If I call out one student, there's going to be another one to say, how come not me? So I'm not going to do that. But I've had a lot of great positive experiences that have made me a better teacher, and hopefully I've made them better also. Beautiful. When I came to interview at Mac, one of the first things that I noticed was how awesome the courtyard, the fountain, and that area is like. I visited community colleges before, even as a student myself or in a professional capacity. I think Middle Area College stands out in a lot of ways just by the allure of the campus. So the grounds are great. My goal as an educator is that a student is better leaving my class than when they started. And that could be in all different types of ways. Of course, the most fundamental way is that are they smarter now than they were before they came into my classroom? But also, are they better as people, as citizens, as civilians? And that's not always just by how I teach, not always what I teach, but how I teach in the sense of showing them respect, showing them human decency and civility. And I hope that them seeing that from me influences them positively to be that same way to other people. So we have 3 full-time faculty. I'm myself, Harry Cecil, who oversees the vocal music parts of the department. So I oversee applied voice lessons as well as the 3 choirs. We have Mac singers, chamber singers, and the community singers. We have Dr. Bennett Wood, who's full-time faculty, new this year, and he's over our jazz instruction. So he oversees our jazz lessons. He also does applied woodwind lessons, which is an added bonus, which we think is really awesome. And then jazz ensemble, he chairs our jazz festival and jazz combo. So we're very fortunate to have him. And then our liege, Dr. Kevin White, our department chair, basically does everything for everyone as the full-time faculty and leader of our department and faculty advisor to the students. We have many adjuncts that help with appreciation of music, but our 2 regular adjuncts, Jacob Cantrell's guitar ensemble and guitar instructor, who oversees the private guitar instruction as well as our guitar ensemble as a concert entity. And then we have Dan Shunks, who oversees our community band on Monday evenings, teaches a couple of courses, teaches applied lessons in brass specifically, and then also covers our community jazz band, our select community jazz band, Kicks band. So we have great faculty. Everyone is experienced Everyone has a passion to teach and improve not just the students, but to enrich the campus and the surrounding community with the arts. So we're fortunate in that regard. So great faculty here. So we have the student organization, which is not really a student organization, it's a music professional organization called the National Association for Music Educators, NAFME, and they have a collegiate chapter here at MAC, and they help to promote music and the arts to fellow students, but also we like to do activities with them. So we'll take them every January to the annual music education conference for Missouri called MMEA. And they go and they get to learn a lot more about how music teachers are educating currently. And they also get to hear some of the better ensembles from the elementary level on up through college and community ensemble level, band, orchestra, jazz, and choral. So that's always a great experience we do in January. Specifically, in the singing program, we have an elected fund committee in our MAC Singers, where it's a collection of section leaders that I appoint, and then a collection of elected students that the students appoint. And all they're supposed to do is find social activities to make our ensembles more than just a class, but something to enjoy outside of the hours of the class period. So that social group that has really helped the ensemble to become more friendly, become more, I hate using the word, become more of a family environment, but just be more congenial, more welcoming to everyone. Everyone gets to know each other a little bit better. I'm a big advocate of a group that likes each other, tends to sing better with one another. So we like to have activities to kind of help with that. I just want to celebrate the music department and specifically the vocal music department. I'm very proud of our 3 ensembles that we have here. We have our community singers group that's open to everyone who enjoys singing, from high school through the most experienced adults and singers. So they come together every Thursday at 7 o'clock, and we rehearse some really awesome masterworks. And I enjoy that ensemble because that group is only about the business of singing. They come in, they want to sing, they give up their time every Thursday and give up their time for a couple of concerts a semester, and just because of the joy of music. If I can encourage any of my students at the college level to be a part of a community ensemble long after they graduated from MAC and move on, that is an example of what it would look like, is to continue singing, continue playing, continue performing in the arts. You don't have to be a professional to continue to celebrate the arts. So I love the community singers group for that regard. We have our chamber singers group, which is a small select ensemble, great choir. We just do a lot of different types of music in the sense of traditional choral repertoire, but also some great jazz reps, some closed harmony, a cappella. A lot of different genres is what chamber singers gets to celebrate. And then we have our flagship ensemble, which is our MAC Singers, which is our concert choir. It's our larger group. It's still audition based, and they meet Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we do a lot of great stuff daily. We have themes in our concerts to just kind of make them a bit more interesting and worthwhile to the community. And we also get to go around and do touring, to go recruit and promote our program across the state and sometimes outside the state. So we have a lot of great ensembles, and you don't have to have aspirations to be a professional musician to be in these ensembles. We have music scholarships that get to incentivize talented students who want to be in MAC Singers, who want to be in jazz ensemble, who want to be in the concert band, community band, and we help pay We reward those students who want to be a part of those ensembles who qualify for a scholarship. So imagine a world where you get to do what you love doing and get paid for it. That's what we do here at Mac by honoring students with music scholarships. So come to Mac, enjoy our music department. Again, you do not have to be a music major to be a part of it, and you can even receive financial aid for being a part of it.